My name is Mr. Casey Johnson, Johnson, I'm from Dallas, Texas, by way of Houston. I received a degree in business with a specialization in finance and accounting, and it came from the prestigious College of Morehouse in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been here at North Shore for 7 years. The fact that there are some students out there that are inspired by me as a person first, and then as a teacher second, and those students keep me going. And to know that as long as you inspire one, you've done your job. Because you can't inspire all of them. And I'm so mad at myself that I did not choose the career first. But I'm excited that I did not, because I teach accounting, and because I worked in the accounting field, this has given me, I gained insight and knowledge and application that I can bring to a classroom setting and impart that on someone else to go out and do what I used to do. So it's like giving back to the community once you've made it big. Professional Tuesday, how do I come up with that idea? I believe it's so important that students know how to dress professionally for the real world, because the interview will require you to look good, and looking good is a very good first impression that you want to put upon the employer. And so I came up with the idea because, you know, I used to see other organizations on campus dress up on certain days, like Scarlets would dress up on Wednesdays, and Gents and Mademoiselles would dress up on Wednesdays, and football players would dress up business professional on Fridays for games, and all the athletes would always do something to kind of cater towards their organization and what they're doing to kind of help promote school spirit. And so what I wanted to do was to promote business school spirit, and to promote my class, of course, was to have all of my students dress up business professionally on Tuesdays. And that would be something to identify, I'm in Mr. J's class. I took accounting. I'm a business student at North Shore Senior High School. My favorite aspect of teaching is meeting people every day and seeing people every day and being able to make an impact every day, no matter what. Either they're a student or they're not a student. But I think my most favorite aspect of teaching is being able to teach a student that I don't have in my class. For example, there are many students that I don't have that I see in the hallways. And because I see them in the hallways, I may have to get on them about, hey, where's your ID badge at? Or, you know, lift your head up, smile. And so I'm able to meet those students and talk to them and introduce myself to them. And it's a way to also plug in my course for them to take my class. And then I get to talk to them every time I see them now. And when they see me across campus, they know who I am. And it's just that moment of, you know, being able to show them a little bit of concern and compassion. So I taught a student in 2010-11 school year. He graduated in 2011. He was pretty tough. His name was Emer Azazaga, and he was tough because he skipped class occasionally, and when he came to class, he was very nonchalant, very lethargic, and it took a lot of motivating to get him into what was going on in the class, and he ended up graduating. And push come to shove, about 5 years later, he comes back to see me and tells me thank you for all of my pushing and motivation. So that was really rewarding to see a student that I had a struggle with at first, but you know, is doing successfully now as an adult.
I mean, the best thing about Mr. J being our teacher is he motivates us a lot. He encourages us basically to do better. Like he never like just sit there and be like, okay, he's not gonna just let you sit there and be a failure. Like he's gonna tell you, like, encourage you to basically do that. Like if you're this in your head now, he's gonna talk to you, you know, see what's wrong with you and everything, and then he's gonna like get you to do your work and stuff. He's an encouraged type of teacher.
How do I discipline my students? Very good question. I smile at that because in my class, we typically have push-ups that the students do when they are out of line per se. But to be honest with you, I really don't have a discipline problem in my classroom. My students really respect the atmosphere of the classroom and me as a person and each other. And so discipline is really not a major issue. I may have students occasionally, you know, get out of line in regards to maybe their language, or they come to class late or something to that effect, but there's no disruption in the class that would just keep me from teaching. I think I have a pretty good classroom management style.
I mean, before I met Mr. J, I wasn't bad, but I used to have an attitude problem. Ever since I've been with him, an anger problem, but I basically had an anger problem. Every time I've been with him, he's been like the type of teacher to like calm me down. Like he talks to me, and ever since he talks to me, like I just don't get attitudes and anger no more. I don't let people get to me like I used to, because of the fact Mr. J used to talk to me and tell me that's not good, like don't let them get to you and stuff.
If I were not teaching, I would actually, honestly, to be honest with you, I would see myself one of two things. One, cutting hair professionally, because I'm a barber, have my own barber shop, which is my own business. Or two, I would see myself being a motivational speaker, traveling, and or being a counselor, helping to, of course, pull people out of their pit, you know, and to make sure they're doing well. So in the realm of counseling / motivational speaking, that would be something I would be doing outside of teaching if I'm not cutting hair full time.
Basically, by him being my teacher, what I learned is how to become a better student, not to give up, basically, to keep going, to fight, yeah.
It's allowed me to see life from different arenas and perspectives, and also to have sympathy, not sympathy, but more so to empathize with people that come from different backgrounds and situations. And also it's opened my eyes to become very grateful for the situations I've come through. And with that knowledge and that sense of appreciation, my students see that, and that's how I get the respect that I get. And that's how they learn the way they learn, and that's how they apply what they apply because of the person I am and my perspective of this field of teaching. Because it's more than just teaching someone something. It's more so teaching and nurturing what you've taught and making sure that it's applied in a way that is beneficial to the recipient, which is the student.